And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to Gem and Crypto, episode 647. Today is Tuesday, January 26th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish, and today's top stories: Rothschild investment adds to grayscale Bitcoin holdings. Goldman Sachs CEO, regulators should be hyperventilating at Bitcoin success. Philippines central bank to license crypto trading and custody firms. U.S. man installs crypto mining rig and hybrid BMW sports car. Harvard, Yale, Brown endowments have been buying Bitcoin for at least a year, sources say. And American Cancer Society launches first ever crypto cancer fund. But first and foremost, of course, what's going on with these prices? Go ahead and share that screen so I can add those on.
Oh, yeah. So definitely a down day for prices. The best part about this is it's a great buying opportunity. And for most people who are looking at this market, I actually heard the lady this morning say that she was scared because of the price dip. You're not in crypto for the right reason. So Bitcoin is at $31,491, down 8% today. Ethereum at $1,278 is down 10% today. Stellar at 25 cents is down 8%. Ripple at 26 cents is down 6%. Chainlink, after a large gain at $22, is down 8%. Litecoin at $131 is down 8.7%. EOS at $258 is down 5.5%. So what we're seeing is a lot of red. Obviously, when you have such huge bull runs, you're going to have pullbacks. And anybody who thinks that this run up to 40K was just going to keep on going, you are going to have pullbacks. We may see a pushback down to maybe 25K. That's what a lot of people call them. But don't get caught out here trying to short the bottom, so to say, because you short stack up at the 30K mark. Should be pretty fun seeing it blast through there. So a lot of red today, nothing to worry about.
Who was the woman crying about the price?
I was on Clubhouse earlier, and she was like, I just don't know about Ethereum. I just checked this morning, and it's down so much percent. I don't know if I should hold it. And it's like, well, you obviously just bought it like last week. And, you know, most people's fears, they come because they look at the price every day. They're like, is it up? Is it down? And that's how your emotions get thrown all around. So even though I tell people to look at CoinMarketCap, look at CoinDesk, actually, if you just start, don't even look at the price because you're gonna scare yourself out the market. So yeah, don't sell at the bottom, which most people do. They sell at the bottom and they start buying at the top, and you're gonna get into a terrible flow of trading.
What's even crazier about all that is that the people who buy it, whether when the price is going up and when the price is going down, they become experts at both times. Like right now, as you said, the price is going down. Like, I don't know, this is good buying time. It's like, you've been in for 30 days. You don't know when the good buying time is.
Yeah.
And to be very clear, unless you like been night and day with it since you lost a lot of money at the top in 2017, 2018, then yeah, a lot of people, I told somebody this the other day, like, I was like, what you're doing right now is trying to trade. Somebody, sold some, trying to buy it, don't know when. I say you're trying to trade, and where you're doing it is considered a full-time job for some people. And you're trying to learn to do it all within 2 or 3 weeks. Like, it's not happening. It's not going to be right. You need to decide if you're a trader and you want to do this for work, or if you're an investor and you want to put your money in and ignore it. If you're an investor, which most people should be at this point, since you're not knowledgeable enough to be in there trading, then do it the same way you would do any other investment plan you have. When you give your money to Franklin Templeton, they don't call you up and tell you what's going on in X, Y, and Z. You might not see that until a quarterly report, a yearly report. You might not even hear anything about that for most of the year. So think of crypto the same way. Put your money in. Do not try to trade it and look at the price and drive yourself crazy every day. And just rely on the technology. The thing you should be paying attention to is not the price, but what the technology is doing. If you wake up one morning and they say, all of a sudden, we printed off another 900 billion Bitcoins. And yeah, that's an issue to be worried about when it comes to price. Not you wake up and, oh my God, it's 30,000, not 40,000, which is still only what, a 25% drop? That's normal.
Yeah. That's pretty normal. 20 to 30% drops are very normal. Yeah.
Right. So again, it's like you said, it's crazy to see people coming in right now like, oh my God, the price, like, why are you talking price? You don't even understand technology. Like, you haven't read the white paper. You should not be talking about price. I'm done with my soapbox right now.
Man, grow a pair.
Right. read the white paper, do some research, stop asking us simple questions and use Google, and then start trading and you'll be ready. All right, what's up, Dylan Darchinville, Lisa Lee, Marcellus Love, Tessa Hall, Crypto Kid 216 PFC Wells, Rights to Ride. I transferred from Coinbase to Edge yesterday. There you go. Somo Biz, Stack Those, Sack Sell, where the money reside. Erica K, Had to the Dip, Janet Yellen Effect, Alec G, what's going on? Too Rich to Miss, DCA is the way, the market is on sale. Crypto Q, Rashu. Who else do we have? I think that's about it right now. Fumble the Face, Sergeant Crypto. Everybody make sure you smash that like and share. Thanks. Nita T that says no keys, no cheese. Yeah, somebody emailed us and go ahead and take credit for it. They said, will 2021 be like not your node, not your crypto or something, like a new phrase? And that was pretty cool as well. All right.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is that those T's.
That you broke up.
Oh, what about now? How am I doing now?
I hear you say the crazy part is what's that?
Oh, I was gonna say the crazy part is we're just waiting for Black History Month. Those teas are coming. They've already been made, already been trademarked. So whoever brought it up, no keys, no cheese, coming soon.
Oh, you got them? Nice.
Yeah, I already got them made, already sitting there waiting. Trust me. That's what's up. So nobody can steal it. So yeah, we all good.
All right, top story of the day. Rothschild investment adds to Grayscale Bitcoin holdings. That is right. Rothschilds are back in the news again for what they're always known for, money. What's going on in this story?
Oh, yeah. So every conspiracy theorist's dream has come true because now Rothschild, their name is out there, which has been out for a little bit, that they hold 30,454 shares of Grayscale's GBTC product, according to a new SEC filing. And no, the firm is not part of the Rothschild family dynasty. So again, when people see this name, they automatically go, oh, it must be part of Rothschild, you know, the dynasty that we've read about on YouTube or whatever. This is actually supposedly different. This is a Chicago-based financial institution founded in 1908, and they own 30,000 shares, up from 24,500 shares in October. And according to their corporate website, its founders, Monroe Rothschild and brother-in-law Samuel, started the firm as a full-service brokerage. However, again, it's not a part of the Rothschild family dynasty. I find that hard to believe.
I was going to say that too. Go ahead.
Unless there's just Rothschild is not a common name. It's not like Smith and Associates. Like that, Rothschild is a pretty uncommon name. So I'm pretty sure there's a linkage somewhere. They may not understand it, but again, this is huge news for any brokerage firm that is buying this much into Grayscale. Apparently, Grayscale is going to be the new Federal Reserve in about 5 years because everybody is throwing their money into Grayscale at a 20% premium. So they're really bullish if they're into Grayscale. So that's a good story to hear there.
That's what I keep saying. I do think Grayscale will be the Federal Reserve. This is the new flipping happening. And with that being said, I disagree with you. I think this is the same squad. What are you talking about? 1908? Man, look, anything before Black people got the right to vote in America, you're a part of the same squad as far as I know. So 1908, check. Rothschild, check. Own 24% of a company that has the most Bitcoin on the planet, check. No, they're part of the same squad. Not trying to hear it.
Just because you're the cousin they don't like, don't mean you're not a part of the family.
You can try to separate. If you're gonna separate, change the name. All right. I'm not trying to hear it. You are a part of the same squad. You're doing the same moves. We just said Grayscale might become the Federal Reserve. You got 24% of it. This sounds a lot like the Rothschild with Jekyll, the Hyde Island, when they took about 24% of their take of the financial supply. You know, we know JP Morgan took another 24-25%. There was two or three other gentlemen there that took their percentages as well. But by and large, we're seeing the exact same thing happen at Jekyll Island. So with that being said, nothing negative. This is good for mainstream adoption. But Rothschild, you better lay claim to your name. Don't try to say, oh, no. I mean, we've been here since 1908, but we don't got nothing to do with them over there. Like, come on. Like, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, all right.
In 1908, they were still hanging people upside down and skinning you alive. They could take your money and go. So I find it hard to believe that you were all out here on your own doing business in the financial market and you had no squad around you. Not believing it. People, you got to remember, 1908, it wasn't police running around protecting Wall Street guys. No. Those people was running around with bow and arrows and stuff. Like, yo, come above everything you got on this horse's satchel right now. Like, that's what was happening back then. Like, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
Oh, man. Speaking of that other 25% I just mentioned, Goldman Sachs CEO, regulators, right? It's crazy how these stories just roll. Goldman Sachs CEO, regulators should be hyperventilating at Bitcoin success. That is right. As Bitcoin, as they mentioned, like a bitter ex-girlfriend, they can't stop talking about. Goldman Sachs, the CEO, that's JP Morgan Chase, you always mention, actually. I'll take that back. The CEO of Goldman Sachs believes regulators would not be able to monitor the financial system if Bitcoin is allowed to flourish in its present form. This is Goldman Sachs CEO doing the bird call to the federal government like, hey, is it okay for me to buy yet or not? Like, are y'all going to stop this from happening, or should we go all in? Because we're in this middle ground. The price is going crazy. We have the money, but we'd rather do it at a low price like everyone else did. This is the way I'm looking at this story. Because why else would they find? I mean, it's one thing when little old Bitcoin Zay and King mentioned regulators and some of these big businesses. They're not listening to us, people. I had to submit my comment just like you all had to submit your comment to FinCEN for them to consider what they want to do with crypto wallets, right? Mine's the same. I can't call a regulator at FinCEN, like, hey, this is my idea on crypto wallets, and they'll actually listen to it. We don't matter. But when you're talking about a Goldman Sachs senior chairman, Lloyd Blankfield, stating that regulators should be hyperventilating in response to Bitcoin's recent success, characterizing the crypto asset as undermining the capacity for lawmakers to monitor the financial system, that is when you're going into some dry snitching almost. This is like, yo, hey, regulators, I thought y'all had a job to do. Y'all here, I thought the US dollar was king. We're supposed to follow United States laws. You got this fake internet money out here taking off. This is what y'all about now? That is the way I'm looking at this story.
Exactly. Yeah, and honestly, Lloyd Blankfein is a very smart person in the regular financial system, but in the new financial system, he's coming off as a total pleb at this point, unless he's doing this on purpose. And what I figure is he's saying this, he's putting out the bird call, he's definitely trying to get them, but everything he says is a lie. I mean, he says you don't know whether you're paying the North Koreans or Al Qaeda or the Revolutionary Guard. People, that has been debunked already. Bitcoin has been found to only have 0.31% of all transactions used for quote unquote illicit activity. So it's probably less than that, because what's considered illicit is up to the people. It's in the eye of the beholder. So 0.31% for illicit activity. Also, the privacy features that they always talk about, that, hey, it's private, nobody can trace it. Actually, for most people, they're going through exchanges. They can trace it. I mean, it's harder to do it. It is possible, but that's not valid as well. And the fact that he's telling regulators openly that they should be ventilating, he says it's a store of value that can move 10% in a day, that if you lose the code or if you lose the slip of paper, it's lost forever. Or if somebody takes it from you, how will you know? Okay, first of all, if you lose the code, okay, old man yelling at the cloud. If you lose the code, how do you lose the code? Also, too, if you lose the slip of paper, for most people, they're not storing their keys on one slip of paper. I mean, it's just more fun. And I believe him being on Squawk Box, they asked the question, so he had to answer it, but terrible answer. And of course, he's doing it in the best interest of Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, he probably like, oh, we doing this today? All right.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I got to talk about
I think
Bitcoin.
The regulators really need to pay attention because, again, stop calling. These are the same people.
Stop calling the devil. Yeah.
This is what I strongly dislike. These are the same people, and we've all seen them. I don't care what environment you've been in. If you've been in any type of high school, college, if you've been around people, you've seen that one person who, whenever things aren't going perfect for them, they got to call for help. Let me call this hall. Hey, you supposed to be in class right now. How come you allowed to be in the hall? I'm in the hall because I got a hall pass. Why you in the hall? Hey, hall monitor. We got people walking around like, what are you doing?
Hey, Miss Johnson, they cheating over here. Can you stop them from getting good grades?
You know what? I take what I said back again earlier. This is still similar to someone yelling at their bitter ex or whatever. It's just one of those things like, yo, you're a billionaire. You have one of the most notable and noteworthy financial venture capital companies on the planet. Like, everything is perfect for you all over here. Why are you even mentioning Bitcoin if you're not involved? Like, you're a billionaire. You have a great company. You're tracking. Why are you mentioning Bitcoin? Why are you calling for regulators? Unless everything we talk about on this show daily is true, everything is real, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is the future, and you're starting to get scared, which is why, or if not you, like you said, maybe the question was just posed on CNBC or whatever. We know they do that. But still, if CNBC is asking the question, they're posing it for the general public. That means someone is scared of not going toward these financial institutions, but toward crypto. One thing I want to talk about that you also said was how they're talking about this terrorist organizations and stuff makes it perfect for illicit finance. And again, that's been debunked. Right now, people use more money for illicit finances and money laundering. They use the US dollar more than anything, right? But let's say this was true, that people are using it. All right, you said Al Qaeda. He mentioned Al Qaeda. He mentioned the Revolutionary Guard, North Koreans. We don't know we're paying all these people, right? These are big organizations that if they use Bitcoin for illicit financing, they're going to have big buys and sales, people. Bitcoin is pseudo-anonymous. If someone's moving that much money back and forth, Well Alerts is going to catch it and be like, hey, which wallets are these? Who are these? And people all over the world will try to use their little 2 cents to try to figure out what wallets, because we all love a good treasure hunt, right? We all do love it. We all do it. So it's one of those things where even if this were happening, unless they were only using like $100,000 to $200,000 of money to carry out their operations, which if that were the case, we have bigger problems in trying to figure out how to stop them from using crypto or whatever.
Yeah.
But unless those transactions were so small, we can catch those transactions. They are catchable by doing regular police work. So again, like you said, his comments actually make no sense because they're false. And again, I am going to call market manipulation on this because they're saying these crazy, like, could you imagine people were to actually tell the truth? Not saying this is the only way it's used, but in fact, the US dollar is used in terrorist financing. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah.
That's a fact. That don't mean we're going to stop using the US dollar. You know what else the US dollar is used for? It's used for people involved and selling drugs, child porn, prostitution, like every crime you can think of, murder, rape, US dollar go through that somewhere, right? It's being used. It doesn't mean the United States dollar is bad. That doesn't mean the US is bad. It just means people use that currency because it's popular. So Bitcoin becomes popular and criminals use it. They're going to use it because it's popular. It's not because it's just some next level way of getting away with your crimes. It makes no sense.
And 80% of Bitcoin doesn't have traces of cocaine on it either. So
hilarious.
It's already better than the dollar.
I don't know why my fingers feel so good today.
I know. No feces and no cocaine on Bitcoin, but in the dollar, you get both.
Captain James T. Crypto says nobody selling bricks on open ledger. Exactly. Rights to Riot said, I don't care what illicit people do with their money. Same, man. For the most part, pretty much the same. I feel like the system is working. From what I see, it looks like people go in and out of jail every day, so they're catching people doing stuff. So I'm in the same boat as you. I'm trying to figure out as many bad people as there are that's going to do illicit and bad things with cryptocurrency or regular money. There's just as many good people doing good things. So I'm more worried about that right there than trying to figure it out. Crypto Q said gold is used in child labor, money laundering, and human trafficking. Hey, they don't want to talk about that though, you know. It's only the big bad Bitcoin. Wire Spark said, I saw that old dino fumbling around trying to make logical reasons not to buy. Exactly. So again, like Bitcoin, as they said, maybe it's not his fault. We're not like, of course, we're using them as a story because they pointed them out. But more or less, it's probably the questions he's being asked. But if that's the case, then you all need to hire me for your hour murder board to go over this PR thing with you because you are answering them all wrong.
Terrible.
Who's going this over with you? But
I mean, if you want to push the price down, just say that, man. Dang, if you want to get in at 25K, which it looks like end of the month close will be somewhere in that area, so they can scoop it all up before Saylor has his big thing in February. Just say that, Lloyd. Just say it.
Yeah, or if anything, it says Fumble the Face says Morgan Stanley now has 10% in MicroStrategy. If anything, they need to, like, this is my beef with billionaires out here. My beef with billionaires and people who have any kind of power, which is why I know they some lame brains growing up and they were little hall monitors who didn't get their way. It's because they're not showing, look, they not letting their nuts hang right now. How you got a billion dollars talking about, Bitcoin? Like, don't make up a fake excuse. Come on CNBC with a real excuse. Here's the deal. We don't like Bitcoin because we've been with the US dollar. It's backed by the police and military. If you choose Bitcoin, you're not choosing the United States dollar. Pick your poison, but just know that's what it is. I'll come out and say that.
It's coming.
I'll be like,
it's
real.
coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Because all the FUD doesn't make sense. All right. Philippine Central Bank to license crypto trading and custody firms. This is the second big bank in 2 or 3 days. I can't remember the bank we covered. A day or two ago, it was another central bank that basically said they're going to be unrolling crypto payments. If you remember the comment section, let me know. But it looks like the Banco Central, not going to try to say that, NG Filipinas has expanded its regulatory remit of the crypto space to include all cryptocurrency financial service providers. Again, you don't need regulatory approval, but since this is the direction we're going in, hand clap for that. But it looks like keeping with that. I know, right? Yeah.
Get a couple claps.
In keeping with the emergence of clear-cut crypto regulations across Southeast Asia, Philippine Central Bank, BSP, has enacted a broader licensing regime for digital assets firms in the country. According to the Philippine Daily Inquirer, all crypto financial service firms in the country must now be licensed by the BSP. Again, this is on Cointelegraph. You can read more about it. But the bigger story here is, again, in the last 48 to 72 hours, we now have 2 central banks saying, yes, we are going full force when it comes to onboarding crypto services. The war is over. This is happening. I mean, banks are about to be custodials of Bitcoin. They're going to start doing Bitcoin services. I mean, it's only so long before it reaches the U.S., especially with Philippines being a partner of the United States.
Yeah, this is great news because, like you said, back-to-back central banks giving crypto licenses. Yeah, they're coming, and they're already here. And anybody who doesn't realize that these news stories are simply just a precursor for what's going to happen in the U.S., you haven't been watching us long, because that's literally what it is. When we see Philippines, or we see like Venezuela, or we see some random country, they do something, it's always a test ground, and then they bring it here. So, Philippines doing this, more par for the course. And of course, for those of you looking to move to Southeast Asia, if you want to start an exchange when you get there, now you got to get a license. So no more peer-to-peer for those people that were thinking of going to Thailand and doing crypto peer-to-peer. That seems like that's over now.
I would say the only saving grace is, as long as you keep a bag of good old United States dollars, you still might have a chance to wiggle your way around in some places. But, I'll just say that. I was going to say, let's see. I saw a great comment I was looking for. One thing said, Antonio said Bitcoin has not a central point of failure, so they're using other ways to beat it. Oh, shout out to Andres Antonopoulos. Made a video the other day. I saw it. I didn't watch the whole video yet, but I saw him going live. I saw some of the live stream. Actually, I didn't think I should have went in the comment section and said what's up, get him on the show. But Andres just pushed a video out, and one of the things he was talking about was Bitcoin FUD. When they were talking about the Bitcoin network was hacked, that caused him to come out. Look. If it was something to cause them to come out, they said Bitcoin was hacked. Andreas was like, all right, I'll come out retirement real quick.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
He shut it down quick. So shout out to that. Scott Frazier. Oh, that was a comment I was looking for. Scott Frazier. Never seen that name. So thanks for being here. Wait till central banks start accumulating front-running bankers. This is something people really need to think about. There's 2 major events that still have not happened that is going to cause the Bitcoin price to go crazy. One of which is retail investors. We still haven't had mainstream adoption on the retail side. People still don't even know what Bitcoin is. And the second thing is banks, right? Banks are buying into institutions. Like we said, Morgan Stanley owns 10% of whoever. I just saw the comment come through.
MicroStrategy.
Right. Yeah. Morgan Stanley owns 10% of MicroStrategy. I think that will be the short-term play of banks and venture capital firms. Goldman Sachs is probably already doing this, but I can see a Goldman Sachs saying, hey, we're not doing anything in Bitcoin, but we invested in Grayscale or Goldman Sachs, right?
Circle.
Right. But the second big event outside of those retail investors are when banks are going to be like, no, you have to buy Bitcoin yourself or you're going under. When that when that day comes, forget an institution and this 400 million. They're probably printing taxpayer money to buy Bitcoin. Like straight up. Yeah. And when that happens, I think we're going to see the price skyrocket.
Yeah. And I think what we've seen before was just a primer. Because hyper Bitcoinization is real, because people don't realize the supply is getting lower and lower and the demand is getting higher and higher at the exact same time. So 1 + 1 = 2.
Well, one thing you can do is mine your own crypto if you can't buy it, right? U.S. man installs crypto mining rig in a hybrid BMW sports car, right?
Oh, yeah.
While it can be powered by the hybrid's car battery, the boot needs to stay open to avoid overheating. So my man's like, hey, take the lid off. We out here, we riding. It's hot, nice days. We want to show everybody this little mining thing. But again, a US-based cryptocurrency user has installed a mining rig in the trunk of his BMW i8, running the compact setup on the auto hybrid's electric power system. This is why you do need Americans in crypto, people. It's only Americans are going to take a BMW i8 and be like, you know what? Put a mining rig inside that bad boy. What's going on with this story?
Oh man, so this BMW owner basically stated that he got this mining rig to piss off gamers, which is hilarious. But Simon Byrne, it comprises 6 graphics cards he put together, popular for mining Ethereum, which can be in operation while driving, and it can also be powered by the hybrid car's battery. Of course, we just said that before, it needs to do that to avoid overheating. But he's actually a traditional miner, which he says he generates around 128,000 a year. So he does have some experience in that field. And I think the bigger story here is, I did a whole Bitcoin versus Tesla debate. At the end, we basically said there's a way that you can use Tesla's energy to mine Bitcoin. This is just the start. We saw it 3 years ago There were people with Teslas mining Bitcoin based off that power source. I would not be surprised to see a car company link up with a mining company that you could drive and literally make money for driving because you're mining cryptocurrency. So this is great to see. Innovation is hilarious sometimes because, again, his reason for doing it was just to piss off gamers. So out of that, he may have created, another avenue for businesses to make money. And I hope he gets his cut. But yes, this is great to see. And I mean, innovation is everywhere, and we don't know exactly what's going to come about because of Bitcoin. But this is one example how you can innovate.
There we go. There we go. While you all are listening, please make sure you smash that like and share, or just to like anything. We appreciate that. That social currency helps us in this YouTube algorithm to get more viewers, and we'll let the sponsors take care of the rest from there. All right. Let's see. Shout out, see some new names for the first time. Shout out to Giant Lawrence. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Lawrence Giant from the UK. Been listening for the better part of 18 months. Learned lots of great crypto updates. Thanks, Giant. Also, we had a couple other people who emailed us yesterday, first time viewers. I can't think of their names off the top of my head because some of them were using screen names. But I know one of them did ask you, where did you get that hoodie you were wearing yesterday?
Oh, yeah. So I put the link. I'll put it there again. I put the link in the chat. So the hoodie from yesterday, have fun staying poor along with others. That link is in the chat.
All right, cool, cool. All right. And let's see. I saw another good one now. I saw one more good comment, but I'll come. Oh, a new person I ever saw. Sierra Van Axel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First time I've seen your name as well. All right. Harvard, Yale, Brown endowments have been buying Bitcoin for at least a year, says sources. I kind of vaguely remember somebody writing about this. What's going on with this story?
Oh, man. So if you got a copy of Bitcoin in Black America and actually read it, you saw the chapter where I described that Harvard, Yale, and other Ivy League schools are buying into endowments. They started off by saying, we're going to maybe purchase crypto, but we're focusing on crypto companies. And I call bullshit. I was like, no, there's no way you're only investing in crypto companies and not actually crypto itself or Bitcoin. And here we are. For over a year, since 2018, when I wrote the book in 2019, they have been buying crypto directly on exchanges. It was named that it was at Coinbase. And, most people who buy large amounts of Bitcoin buy it through Coinbase custody. And this is not surprising. So if you are a historically Black college or university, or if you're a school that has
I'm trying to tell y'all again.
I'm trying to explain to you, there's no endowment for a historically Black college or university that's over $1 billion. So if you want to catch up, or if you want to increase that, you're going to have to start doing the same thing. They already got a year head start on you. They wouldn't have if you listened to me in Bitcoin Black America, but that's the past. You got to start thinking about the future. If you have an endowment fund, what's safer than Bitcoin right now as an investment? And the people who run the endowment fund, these are some of the smartest people in the world. So if they believe they need to put some of it in Bitcoin, if you have an endowment fund, you should be having meetings for the rest of the week of how you can move it into Bitcoin. If you have an alma mater, email them and say, hey, what's up with our endowment fund? Why is it not going into that? I'm gonna hit up NC State. We should hit up NC State, King.
Yeah, I'm about to play the part right now. Look, I'm NC State and HBCU, so I'm not only clowning HBCUs, I'm clowning PWIs too. Oh, you said Bitcoin, huh? Endowment for Harvard. I don't know. This is the right time right now. This is when the price was just at 42,000, right? It's at 31. And who you say you're in a Bitcoin, huh? Okay. Here and
volatile.
Hey, here it is. 2 years later. We want to invite you to speak. Yeah, we've been doing Bitcoin now for about a year and a half.
Exactly.
No, I'm with you. It's crazy. It's almost the same. I mean, literally, you can see with schools and organizations the same way you see with individual people. It's like the people who have traditionally been winning, have money, analysis or analysts do their due diligence and all that. Everyone, Harvard. Who are some of those schools? Let's close the story. Harvard, Yale, Brown. What's some of the other big organizations, MicroStrategy, some of these big banks are getting involved.
Square,
Morgan Stanley, Square, Twitter, all of these organizations, and you don't have mom and pop gas stations, liquor stores, and restaurants doing it. Same with schools. You have the top tier schools doing it, but you don't have public universities and HBCUs doing it. Again, look at the same people who use these same institutions and schools on both sides of the aisle and see what they're doing in regards to crypto, and you'll see where the money's coming from. It's crazy to see it. It's unfortunate to see, but you can, I mean, even at an educational level, from a college standpoint, you can see it. It's like the top colleges are like, hey, we've been buying Bitcoin for 2-3 years. We don't know what y'all talking about. And the smaller colleges or the public ones are like, We don't know because we are the experts and we're the smartest people in the room. I don't get it.
Hey, NC State, y'all let soft ass Carolina get in before you. That's trash. That is an abomination.
Hey, that was a great point you made. We need to set that up ASAP. I will shout out NC State. They'll have us there. They'll have us speak. And no state, they'll pay us. They'll hook us up. They'll take care of us.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to pay a lot to get me there because I tried in 2015. The price that went up.
It's still North Carolina. You get a lot of you get $800 of backwood bucks.
Exactly. You get a free meal and a calf.
Exactly. What you talking about? You get some Chick-fil-A, boy. What you talking about? Okay. American Cancer Society launches first ever crypto fund. Let me bring this up on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Again, hand clap. Again, you got the American Cancer Society for some of the colleges out there starting crypto funds. But the American Cancer Society and the Giving Block have created a new research fund that accepts crypto donations. In collaboration with Crypto Donations, company, the Crypto Block, the American Cancer Society has set up the Cancer Crypto Fund, which seeks to raise at least $1 million by early 2021 to fund ongoing research initiatives. Now, kind of confused. I'm not sure they meant $1 million, as they say here, or $1 million in Bitcoin. But regardless, I'm all about cancer research. It's actually a shame to me. I'm not sure why we don't have a cure yet. It's been this long. We're getting cures for everything else. I've had a very close aunt died of cancer, so this is huge news to me. I love seeing this stuff whenever it's things going toward cancer research. So again, according to the American Cancer Society, the crypto community's contributions will help reestablish crucial research funding for new discoveries and better treatments to save the lives of family and friends. Now, before I throw this over to you, one thing I'm gonna say to the American Cancer Society is, like I said, I had an aunt die from cancer and I'm in crypto. So this is important to me. So if they're going down this road, you better be going down it for real because people are gonna be watching. Like in another year or two, if it ain't no new news from the American Cancer Society and this fund and you've been accumulating funds, it's gonna be some big issues on this show. I'm pointing y'all out. I'm calling for the molasses and feathers as they walk out of the hospital door. I don't care if they're in a little garb, doctor stethoscope, pour it on them. All right. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. I don't think a lot of companies are realizing once they do this whole crossover into crypto, no matter how good or bad the reasons are, that there is going to be all eyes on them. So I just want to make sure I point that out. I hope this goes over smooth and well for the American Cancer Society. This is big news. And there's no way to fumble this big. So don't fumble it and come back with a cure. All right. That's y'all roadmap coming from me in the next 4 years.
Oh, yeah. And I know one thing. If you get $1 million in Bitcoin in 5 years, we know that's going to probably be worth at least 10, 20.
That's my point.
It's got to be something coming out.
I'm going to be watching too.
I don't want to hear excuses. But if you do want to donate $250,000 or more, you can rename the fund. But if you give $10,000 or more, you will appear on the fund's wall of honor. They accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, Litecoin, Zcash, Gemini Dollar, Basic Attention Token, and Chainlink. So yes, you're right. We'll be watching and we'll make sure that they use those funds for what they use them for, because it's definitely time for a cure.
Yeah. So again, shout out to American Cancer Society. This is great news. Definitely can't wait to see what comes of it. This is big news. Other than that, that is the show for today. Do you have anything else, Bitcoin Zay?
One thing for everybody watching, I do want to give a sneak peek. Somebody mentioned it earlier about the no keys, no cheese. I'll give all of our gentlemen of crypto, all of our warriors, a sneak peek. This is coming Black History Month in February. So real quick, if you can see, no keys, no cheese, hats, t-shirts, and remember, move it off the exchange, socks as well. So that'll be on there. Just wanted to show that. But coming in Black History Month, and we'll make a formal announcement and get it out there. Appreciate everybody, and that's all from me.
All right. As always, thanks for watching, and we